So what I thought I'd do here is explain to you the first few pages of your major project. I know a few of you have started this already, but it might just be helpful to go over these things again, just so that you've got a bit of an idea about what I'm expecting you to do. So this is your major project, and as we know, this is the work that's going to come after your skills-based project, after you've left maybe a page or so in your sketchbook. Okay. So this major project help sheet and PowerPoint is on the website. So if you go to the website, if you go to the middle page, resources, you'll be able to find major project help in the centre of the major project part of that website. So have a look there, and you should be able to find this here. But I thought it'd be useful for me to talk you through it, rather than you read through reams and reams of pages of writing, so that it's just a little bit clearer. Okay. So the first thing you're going to need to do is do your title page. And a good title page sets the tone of the project and gives the viewer an idea about what your project will be about. It's a chance to show off your artistic abilities mainly. This is about your theme. So think about your theme carefully, and what sort of imagery could you contain to sum up your title? Could the words be part of the image, or are there images within the words somehow? Remember, this is the first thing that people are going to see, so first impressions count. So you can see here that a couple of the students have looked at different textures, different arrangements. This one's about book art, so they've included buttons, they've included bits of feathers, they've painted the background first before they've started to add the title. This one here is a main painting, and then the text has been laid on the top. So really have a think about how you want to arrange the text and the image together, so it sets off and it gives it a really nice sort of introductory element to the main project. Okay, so that's going to be the first page. Leave a page after your last bit and then try and produce that there. So here's some other examples of some good title pages. That one there, Identity. This student has added a collage with some magazines, some silhouettes. This one here has just been done with colour pens based on pop art. They've done some pointillism around the outside there, some newsprint effect. And this one here, buildings. The text is quite small, but the rest of the picture works well. You can see there they've cut out small maps, and maps have been drawn to give an idea of those buildings. So that's the title page. So the next bit of the work is going to come after the title page, and you really need a double page for this. So we're going to be looking at producing your project outline and the spider diagram. So there's going to be 2 pages. So I've put here a suggested arrangement of how you should arrange this. So on the left hand side you're going to have a little bit of an explanation about what your project's about and why you've chosen it, and on the other side you're going to have your spider diagram. So this is how I want you to set out the next couple of pages. Ideally a double page in your sketchbook. So first of all, tell us about the project. What is the project about in your mind? What themes is it going to explore? You'll then need to write out a couple of sentences explaining why you're doing this project. Okay, why have you chosen to do this project? What drew you to the idea? What are you looking forward to producing? Okay, so a couple of sentences for each of those will be useful. You could either type it, you could write it, as long as your handwriting's okay, quite good. Try and see whether you can arrange that on that double page. On the other side then, you've got your spider diagram. And the spider diagram is going to be something which explores the theme of your project. Okay, so we've got some examples here of how other people have looked at it. There are some bits there, I'll come back to that in a second, but there are some good examples here of how students in the past have looked at this. This is distortion, spider diagram based on distortion. We've got fragments, how other people looked at the idea of fragments. Ordinary and extraordinary is another example there, which is quite good. Very lots of words. They've also used a thesaurus there to help them out with that. So there is a couple of examples. So the spider diagram is a breakdown of your first thoughts. Try and make it look visually interesting and exciting. So suggested headings could be materials, artists. You've identified some artists already. Colours, size. Some sub-themes based on your major project idea. Textures might be another one. So have a look through those ones and kind of zoom in a little bit and see how these students have done them. So this student's one here is about collections, so they've done items, that's one of their sub-themes, fashion, nature. Here this student has looked at the different artists, they've looked at texture, and then try and see whether you can have a look and see how other people have done it, to kind of give yourself a bit of an idea. There's texture as one big theme there. Okay, so there's lots of different ways of presenting this in different sorts of ways. So really kind of think about how you can present it visually and in an interesting way. Okay, so that's your first part. There's a bit of an example here about how you might go about it. So your theme surrounded by ideas, artists, sub-themes, materials, ideas. Try and have a look at that to kind of give yourself a bit of an idea. Okay, so as I said, this PowerPoint is on the website if you want to have a look through it. I'll put a link to this video there as well, so you've got a bit of an idea about going forward. But if you've got any questions about these first couple of sections, the title page, explaining your theme and what your project's about, why you've chosen the project, and the spider diagram, please ask me, email me, and I'll get back to you so we can kind of have a bit of a discussion about it. But these are the first tentative steps really into your major project. So title page, what your project's about, why you've chosen the project, and your spider diagrams. Okay, that's the first three main pages. All right, any questions, please ask me and I'll get back to you. Okay, thanks so much everybody.